Summed it up. When your best player is 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're just not going to win. That tension bleeds over to the environment of the team, the culture of the team, and most importantly, the levers and misalignment across the organization. You think about your ownership group, your management, your coaches, and your players. It bleeds into all of that. And one specific example where we saw that from the coach and the player dynamic was the most critical point in the Bucs calendar. That was the first week of March. They lost in Chicago, a double-digit lead. It ended up being a blowout defeat. Then comes March 2. It was a game of a back-to-back against the Boston Celtics. Doc Rivers called for a team meeting that day. Doc Rivers implored his team, according to 6 people in the room, to look at my resume and, quote, Google me. I took teams to the playoffs and championship that weren't supposed to be there. I thought this was one of them. That was not well received internally. And that was just another example of the disconnect between player and coach. I'll give you another example.
All right. Doc Rivers said, Google me. Did you Google him?
I don't know who Sham's source was. I'll come out and say it right now. I was not the snitch. I was not the mole. I don't know who was, but a lot of stuff in that ESPN article that came out, like it was very accurate. You know, I think that someone had to have like a tape recording at this point because, I mean, a lot of stuff that was said was actually, you know, to the T, you know, what happened in the article. Yeah, we had a really rough game in Chicago. We had like a 20-point lead and pissed it away in the fourth quarter, which is a really bad point of the season for us. We were like in a really much a must-win mode, and we had a game against Boston the next day. And, you know, Doc kind of came in and was like, listen, I heard y'all been talking shit. Let me talk my shit too. Like you guys aren't as, you know, I've taken teams that are, you know, less talented than this to the playoffs or whatnot. And he basically said, you know, I thought this was the team to do that. So I think it was a way of trying to fire us up. But in a room full of ego, he kind of came in with the whole Google me thing. And like, I don't think it went over as well as he might have thought it would have went over. And again, it was a little unoriginal too, because the guy from Indiana, the coach, had just did that, the Kurt Signetti. It was a cringe moment for everybody, you know, at that time, because we were just kind of all looking around like, all right, guys, well, I guess let's go beat Boston now. You know what I mean? Like, it was tough. There was a lot of content.